Hey everybody, PattyAnne here. Thank you so much for being one of my patrons. I sure do appreciate it, and it sure helps me to be able to continue making these videos for you guys and everybody else that I make them for. So thank you very much. Today's video is going to be on mermaids because today's free SVG, you know you get one once a week, is a mermaid. But I'm going to show you a little twist to this mermaid in case you're not sure how to do this yet, because basically these are tailored towards newbies at Cricut Design Space. So follow me down to my computer and let's get started. Okay, so here we are in Cricut Design Space, and what I wanted to show you was this. Here's what you're going to get, this mermaid right here. Notice she comes in with certain colors for the top and the bottom of her. Well, I'm going to show you how you can add patterns instead and how you can get these patterns offline for personal use only, because these are probably copyrighted patterns. But here's one that you can get. You can make her look like this. So you can take this original mermaid that you get, and I'm going to show you how to jazz her up with some designs if you'd like. So let's delete, no, let's keep this one because this is the one that I will adjust. Okay, I'm gonna scroll in just a little bit. There we go. And you can kind of see both of the colors for them. All right, here's how you do that. What I did was I went online and I looked up, because one of the fabrics that I know I like is something called Cave Fawcett. He's a fabric designer, and I put in Cave Fawcett fabric. So I came to all of these different fabrics like this, and you can choose any one that you like. Now notice some of these have a ruler underneath of them, and if they do, there'll just be one more step that you'll have to do, but it's easy. So let me show you. Let me grab this one over here because I think it's pretty. And I'm just going to right click on it and say Save Image As. I'm going to save it into my downloads, and I'll name it Cave so I can find it easily. My downloads, and I'll just say save. So it's in my downloads already. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come back to Cricut Design Space. So in Cricut Design Space, I'm going to go to Upload. I'm not going to upload an image this time. I'm going to upload a pattern fill. So I'm going to upload a pattern. I'm going to look for it in my downloads, and I named it Cave. Here it is up here. Click on it and say open, and now it comes in like this. Isn't that pretty? And I can name all the things up here that go along with it. That might make it easier to find. So you just kind of look through here. Nature, maybe. I don't know what else. Let's see. Floral-ish. Striped-ish, vintage. So then I'll choose the colors that are in it. That's pretty good. So I'll just say save, and I could change its name up here if I would like to. Just say save. All right, pattern upload successful, it says up here at the top. So I can just click this check mark to get rid of this. Now notice here it doesn't show up in my uploaded images. That's okay. Pattern fills do not show up here, but since it said it was uploaded, it has been. So let's go back up here to our canvas. And here's our mermaid. I'm going to right click, or I can click on her and just come up here and say ungroup. I'm going to take this blue of her, and rather than it being blue, I'm going to come up here to where it says no fill. I'm going to change it to print. And now over here, for the type of print that I want a pattern. So I go where it says color, there's a drop down arrow. I click on pattern, and the most recent pattern will be at the top here. So here's the one that we just picked. This is one I had done earlier. So there we go. Just click on it and it'll change her outfit. But look, we do have a little bit of a problem here, but we can edit this pattern by changing its scale. So there we go. We can get rid of that ruler and it no longer shows up. You see how that's showing up right now? And I can get rid of it just like that. So I try to click on her rest of her swim outfit, and I keep getting her hair or her body. So it's easiest for me to come over here to click on these, click on one, hold down my shift key, and keep holding my shift key till I have all three. And then once again, I'll come over here to where it says fill, print. What kind of print do I want? I want a pattern. I want the same pattern. And once again, I see that ruler in there. So I can just come over here to edit pattern and just kind of edit this until that is gone. I could make it like that if I like the ruler in there, and you can't really see what it is, but I can change it however I like. Okay, and I can change, can flip it, I can rotate it, but that's fine like that for me. So there we go. So now she's done, and I would regroup her. So that's one that has the ruler. In general, oopsie, you know what? Sometimes when I right click and group, did you notice that? I right clicked and grouped. It didn't actually group that thing. So I'm not sure why that's happening. So I'm going to grab all of it and come up here to group. Then it works. All right, so let's go back and find one more. Let's go back. I'm going to go to google.com. And once again, I'll type in KAFFEE, K-A-F-F-E-E, facet, fabric. Hit enter. And I would come up to images. Here they all are. So I might be tempted to look for one that doesn't have the ruler, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So there are plenty of them in here that you could use. I'll just go through one more. Let's see. You know, I really like pinks and oranges. Does that one have a ruler? It does. There are a lot of pretty ones, aren't there? I'll just go with, darn, this one has a ruler again. But I'm going to go with it anyway because it's kind of cool looking, I think. So let's see. All I have to do is right click on this and say Save Image As. And I'm going to name it CAFE again. So they all stay beside each other in my download area. Save. If you do have a way to adjust the ruler, you could crop that off before you upload it as a pattern. So I'm going to go back to Design Space, upload a pattern, browse. Where's CAFE? There it is, the one I just did. Open. So I put the tags in here like I said, and I would just say save. So again, it won't show up here in my uploaded images because it's an uploaded pattern. But I can come back up here to Canvas and let me upload this girl here real quick. Insert the original again. And I will ungroup her. And now I will change the color of this. So once again, I come up to where it says fill, no fill. I'm going to change that to print because it's going to be a print then cut then. And I'm going to change the type of print type to pattern. And as you know, the most recent one I picked is right here. Click on that. And there's the darn ruler. So I'll have to edit the pattern. And I can make it larger or smaller. There we go, just like that, and it no longer shows up. And maybe instead of having her top match that, I might just want to grab these three things, like I said over here, holding down my shift key, and I might just want to change them to a purpley color that might kind of match. And it might need to be a little bit darker purple. There we go, kind of like that. Okay, so I could have her like that if I wanted to. And a little bit of the ruler is showing, so I'd probably want to fix that still. And of course I could change her hair color if I wanted to. And that's it. So then I would just group her back together, come up here and hit group. Okay, she's ready to go, except for I wanted you to be aware of one thing. If you'll notice when I click on her, all of these highlighted parts over here are her. Notice that her lips are still going to cut out as her eyeballs, right? These are going to be cut out of solid cardstock. The only thing that's going to be a print then cut right now on her is her tail. If I wanted her to be totally a print then cut, I would have to grab all of her and just come down here and hit the word flatten. So then she's totally just a print then cut, no longer pieces. She'll just be printed and cut like this. And if you're wondering, well now, how do I know it's going to cut right around her and not a square? Remember what I've shown you before. Just come down here to where it says blank canvas, change the canvas color. I'll change it up here to anything you want. And now you can see, since there's no square behind her, when it prints then cuts, it's going to cut right along this border right here. There's no box that it's going to cut around accidentally. So that's it. I hope you liked this week's free SVG. Hey, if you have other friends who are struggling with Design Space, please tell them to join us over here for either $1 a month if they just want the one class, or $5 a month. You get the class with the PDF and you get these free SVGs and a short video. And it might help them to learn to love their Cricut Design Space just a tiny bit more. So again, thank you very, very much for supporting me here. I hope that you enjoy what I'm bringing for you. Thanks again. Bye-bye.